music review now. I'm going to review Black and Blue, the 1976 release by the Rolling Stones. It was their 13th British release, apparently 15th in America. I'll maybe get some help from Calcico Silver as to why there's two albums adrift. Album was recorded after former guitarist Mick Taylor quit in '74, December 24, and Keith Richards recorded the guitar parts himself through the recording sessions, and they also used those sessions to sort of audition for a replacement. And Richards was commented that he used it to rehearse guitar players, and there were numerous ones showing up, and they actually used three on the album: Wayne Perkins, Harvey Mandel from Can Heat days, and one Ronnie Wood. Now, Wood had contributed to the title track on the previous It's Only Rock and Roll album, and he'd become a member of the Stones in '75, sort of, the touring band, but in '76 he became an official member. The album's credited to the Glimmer Twins, of course a pseudonym for Jagger and Richards. So the album showed the band blending its traditional rock and roll style with influences from reggae, funk music, and its reception was pretty mixed. A little bit of the history: the Stones returned to Munich in December '74, where they'd recorded their previous album, It's Only Rock and Roll, and began recording this one with Mandel, Perkins and Wood's guitar work appearing on the finished album. A point to note is that guitar mega heroes Rory Gallagher and Jeff Beck had both been considered to replace Taylor, and they went over to the session and had a bit of a jam, but they both chose to stick to their solo careers. And a comment by Jeff Beck probably just encapsulates it in a nutshell. Beck was reported to have said that in 2 hours I got to play 3 chords. Well, one could expect that from the virtuoso, really. And so it's moving on. It was completed in New York in '76 February, released a couple of months later, and they did release Fool to Cry, which was a worldwide hit single. The album reached number 2 in the UK and was had a 4-week spell at number 1 in the US, going platinum. It was promoted, and this is my last bit of Wikipedia, promoted with a controversial billboard on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood that depicted the model Anita Russell bound by Jagger under the phrase "I'm black and blue" from the Rolling Stones, and I love it. Didn't go down too well with women's groups, that one, and so it was pulled down shortly after. So that's the intro. I'm now going to quickly go through the tracks. Close friend on the VC, Calico Silver, is an absolute Stones nut, and I know he's reviewed this album, but I will make it quite clear from the outset that I have not read your review of this album. I've not listened to it. So if there's a certain duplications, I think it's probably down to great minds think alike. Ha ha ha. Hot Stuff starts us off. It's really funky, groove filled. It's got a disco feel to it. Mandel and Richards woven together like lost souls, reunited on it. And Watts on drums is at his best when it comes to the beat. Second up is Hands of Fate. This is a more typical Stones hard rocker with nice guitar solos, one from Wayne Perkins. It's got a strident rhythm and mixed striking vocals. Cherry O Baby, I love this one. It's a really slow, wow-filled reggae parody that sends up that sort of style. But it works. And Wood throws in his 2 pennyworth here. Track 4 is Memory Motel. It's a piano-led ballad and impassioned vocals by Mick and polished guitar work by Mandel. Keith also chips in on vocals and also was seen to be playing the piano. It's a real epic. I love it, and it's about a life on the road, that sort of tale. But they do it so well. Negrita, Ronnie Wood and Richards showing their shared palette here. Nice piano touches by Billy Preston, who was integrally involved in this project. It's got a slight Latin edge to the rock platform, and odd vocals towards the end by Mick. 6 is Melody, a great contribution from Billy Preston here. It's got an oddball country blues, cartoonish vocal amalgam against a sort of jazz send-up. Great blast of horns near the outro, and it's based on a Billy Preston song, Do You Love Me, from his 1973 album, Everybody Likes Some Kind of Music. Track 7 is the single, Fool to Cry, a big favourite of mine. Lovely double piano intro, Hopkins and Mick. Mick's vocals are full of emotion and passion, and the chorus is a beauty. Soft pop ballad, smooth as silk. Mick's wailing is a great part of this song. I'm a Fool is a highlight, as is the Skippy Watts drumming. Crazy Mama, track 8, Rock and Roll's Back. It's a cracker to end things, described as a glam rocker. I'm not sure about that. It's just solid rock and roll with soulful vocals. Richards relieves Wyman of the bass duties on this, and I couldn't see anything glam about it at all. So that was it. A brief look at the tracks, and there will be, of course, as always, the track list and a full slide on the musicians that played on this album. That's my lot.